Hello and welcome to your tarot reading 1111. So as I started shuffling, I was warned that this is going to be a very heavy reading. I feel like a lot of people are in heavy energy. So I'm going to do a very simple spread and we'll get you a message about your situation. So the Seven of Wands is our first card. Temperance in reverse. The Three of Swords, told you, heavy. The Emperor in reverse. The Three of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Cups in reverse. The Seven of Swords. And the Six of Pentacles. All right. So look at the bottom of the deck is the Tower. So a lot of you guys are in this energy of not even understanding how you got here. You got to this Tower energy with a person, and you might have been happy with this person just recently. Something happened here with the Seven of Wands. This has the energy of the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands. Usually the Seven of Wands does not look like this. So this is where there is a person that is battling all of these people. And what's ironic is that I feel that you might have been here at the start or at the commence of this situation. We're going to call it a situation, the Tower. But you are no longer here. I feel like the other person is here now. And we're going to get to that energy. I'm not reading into anyone else right now, but I could tell that this is speaking of another person and somebody that wronged you with the Seven of Swords. And if you watched the reading that I did yesterday, I was talking about this card here where somebody walked into their own trap. Here it is. So it shows up in today's reading. So we have the Temperance in reverse. I feel that this is a card of something that takes time. So I feel like you are in a relationship that you put a lot of time into, a lot of effort into, a lot of your love, a lot of your, I want to say everything. Really, there's all these words that come, but you gave a lot to this love, to this connection, to this person, and somebody broke your heart. Somebody just dropped you is the word I get, because you see how the swords are dropping from the heart. And also notice how usually the Three of Swords, the swords are in the heart or penetrating the heart. They're not here. So to me, it reminds me of like a crime of passion when somebody will stab somebody and take out the knife, almost like a punch in the gut is the way I feel that, or somebody that just really wants to hurt you. And we'll also look into that energy. But here, I feel that there's somebody that was maybe mad at you. There's somebody that might have been holding resentment towards you. And I feel that this was also something you were unaware of because you were giving to the situation. You were very invested. That's what I feel, because your heart was invested. The Emperor in reverse, this is when somebody doesn't see you, doesn't see your worth. they took you for granted. They also mistook your kindness for weakness. And this person didn't understand the maturity level that you were at emotionally or physically, like as just a person who you are. I feel like you are a very kind hearted person. You are a very giving person. You are very well intentioned. And this person, for whatever reason, looked at that as weakness. So, with the Three of Cups, because I'm a tarot reader, and usually that cup, this specific card with the three cups, will represent another person, so a third party. The card represents celebration, but you see either way it's in reverse, so it's the opposite meaning. This is, instead of being celebrated, like this person should have celebrated everything about this connection with you, the love that was given, it was like freely given, okay? But also your time, your energy, and the time spent together. I feel like there was a lot of good times between the two of you. There was a lot of closeness. There was adoration is what I hear. I feel like on your behalf to this person. And this person, because of their ego, I was going to say for whatever reason, but because of their ego, because you see the Knight energy directly behind it, but then you also see the Seven of Swords directly behind that. And then behind that is also the Six of Pentacles, which are all egotistical in nature. So this person might have started to hang out with a group of friends, maybe that they weren't hanging out with before. It was like all of a sudden something changed, because Tower is lightning. It's like camera, action, camera. What is it? Oh my god, I can't think sometimes, but you guys know what I'm saying. Like something was just, it happened. This is the way it happened, and all of a sudden, lights, camera, action. Oh my gosh, that's what I'm trying to think of. Okay, so this is the energy behind this. Something just switched, and it switched. Again, you were maybe not aware of this. Innocently, you were not aware of this. But I feel like this person, for some time, may have been either secretly sort of doing something that you weren't aware of, or they may have secretly been resentful of something. I want to clarify. I don't want to start clarifying yet, but I do want to clarify, because I feel like for different people, it's different things. Okay, let me just show you what I got here. Okay, so the Strength card, I feel that this has to do with somebody's weaknesses. So somebody might have fell into temptation. So either with a person, lustful temptations, or with a battle that they have. I feel that for some of you, you may be dealing with a person that also all of a sudden maybe had some kind of like mental instability. Something led up to it. I feel that it was this person's insecurities ultimately that led up to it. But you also had, or have here as a clarifier, somebody that left. So you may be dealing with somebody that's avoidant. You may be dealing with somebody that is a narcissist. You may be dealing with somebody that prioritizes self over others. And for you, you never looked at the relationship this way. Again, it was like you gave your all, but this person was very motivated by their own selfish, for their own selfish reasons, which I feel that some of them, they might have gone back to like addiction. Maybe you knew that this person had addiction in their past. It could also be like self-medicating type of addiction. For some of you, you're dealing with the Leo. Let me get one more clarifier for this energy. So I feel that there was something, again, that was unknown to you, because there's a book here and it's closed. I feel like this is the secrets. There are secrets that this person kept. And with the Justice card at the bottom, as I'm clarifying that energy, I feel that something came into balance, such as there was a full moon energy and things were seen that were kept hidden before, or that were kept secret. You saw something and it scared this person. This person thought or felt like their secrets were going to be seen or were going to be found out about. And so it was like this person made the first move, but for those reasons. And I feel like there's a lot of not understanding for you, like why this happened. And that's the reason, is because this person was trying to hide it. And the reason that they left was because they didn't want you to know. So there was a secret that this person was keeping. The Knight of Cups, it might have been that they went back to an ex-lover, somebody that was easy to go back to. It might have been that they went back to drinking. When I look at that card, this person has a cup and he's drinking out of it. There's all these fish on this Knight too. I feel like this person might have felt like you were replaceable. Interesting, because I feel that here, what happened ultimately was that you were removed from this person's energy, because what this person tried to do to you happened to them instead. And that's the energy I'm going to get into next, because you know already the betrayal. I don't know if you know the depth of it, but there is betrayal here. Very apparent, specifically intentional. And what happens in this kind of betrayal, intentional specifically, is that this energy goes out. It goes out to universe in this way and is returned to sender. And this person now is dealing with their intention towards you. So what's coming out now is the opposite of what this person wanted. I feel like this person intentionally wanted to hurt you. They intentionally wanted to bring you down. This person may have had power over you, with the Emperor in reverse there too. They might have been your boss, or you might have worked in a place where they just really crucified you almost. But that was what I feel for this person. They tried to crucify you. And all of those intentions have come back, because I also feel, even though you don't see a lot of other people yet, because this is for your energy, but I feel like there is the Three of Cups there, where there was other people involved in this sort of trap or setup to try to bring you down. And this was also a plan that was thought out and that was very specific to hurting you in the way that this person was hurt. So I feel like you might have been in a relationship with this person where you might have hurt this person in the past. And maybe it was not intentional. Maybe you were dealing with somebody from your past, because we also see it here with the Knight of Cups. So you both might have been dealing with somebody from your past. We also see it here. And with the Three of Cups energy. So there is other people involved with love interest is what I see. So this person might have been just very jealous of you. And they may have been very possessive of you too with that Emperor card there. And I feel that the energy that comes is somebody that was keeping score and they were hurt by something you did. Again, unintentional, but it was done. This person experienced this hurt. You might have walked away from this person before. Maybe it wasn't serious at that time, and maybe you didn't think it was a big deal. Maybe this person was very invested at the beginning, and then it was like over time. Maybe you're the type of person that it takes you time to sort of allow your feelings to be seen and also to get close to a person. And I feel that love for the other person you're dealing with is more of like possessive, like you were mine, and you just never saw it that way. You might have started out as friends, and then it became a lover's situation. But this person, again, was watching you, like watching you very closely, like a hawk. I also got this energy here from the very start. So it was like when they got you really good because they had studied you and they had learned you. They had learned your behavior. They had learned your ways. And they had also listened to you really well and understood like almost the perfect plot to hurt you. And then they carried it out. So the deceit is again to another level of deceit. And what happens again when you're dealing with matters of the heart and when you're dealing with karma and when you're dealing with soulmate, because I feel like you and this person have a soulmate contract. So when you're dealing with something on this level, the reverse, so what this person intended to do to you came back as karma to them. And we all understand karma. It's heavy, it's dense. This person maybe didn't believe in karma. Maybe they just believed in revenge. And so now universe is getting revenge. You didn't. You may have cried a lot and you may have been taken to a place of understanding, because I see with the Temperance card, it's like there was a lot of the releasing also in this card of emotions. Like you cried over this situation, and maybe this person was thinking you were plotting revenge on them because that's the way they think, and so they wanted to get you like really good, but you just didn't have that nature. You don't have that nature, but you were so hurt by this that wasn't at all what you were thinking. That's not how you operate. So what's come back on this person, I actually am being guided to that deck, which is the after deck. So, well, what happened to them is that these same people, when I was talking about lots of people, that's the card I was thinking about. So lots of people that they had involved, these people saw what this person was doing. And they also saw, I want to say that you may have an innocence to you. So they saw your heart, basically. They saw how this person sort of stomped on your heart. But also, what they saw was this strength that you have that is resilience. It's resilient, but it comes across to people as you being this person that is strong because of, it's like people know you've gone through a lot, that you've overcome a lot, that you stand out as somebody, like you may be a teacher of some sort, or a counselor, or in the medical field, or somebody that naturally has a gift with others, but people know it's because of what you've been through, that you have this kind of understanding because of what you've been through, and a lot of people respect that. A lot of people wouldn't cross you, and they thought that what this person was doing was gonna create karma for them. A lot of people knew that. And a lot of people lost respect for this person. If this person was in if they were like an authority of some kind, if they were like a boss or a manager or a business owner, this person is no longer getting the same respect. And I feel that a lot of people also are treating them different. So that was one of the things that came back on this person. And I feel that over time, what this person thought was going to feel really good, like in the sense of revenge, they started feeling a lot of guilt and shame. They started feeling immature, like a high school kid. They started feeling like they shouldn't be acting that way, especially because they should be acting in a way that an adult would act, or somebody of their age. They started feeling very immature about the way they treated you, about the things that they had done to you. And I feel like there's a gossipy group here that turned on this person. And it was for various reasons, because you see everybody has their wand up. So I feel that this also was karmically linked. So some of these people may have been promised certain things, and it's like this person can't live up to anything anymore, anybody's expectations. They may have been that person that could, if it was satisfy another, if it was come through for somebody, if it was offer if financial assistance, if it was offering advice, maybe they were that person that people like to go to talk to. But this person in this energy is not any of those things. It's like they're lacking clarity. They're in a state of confusion. That's also part of their karma here. So they tried to do this to you, because remember, the intentions of what they did, they tried to confuse you. And that's why, like, you might have stayed around for a while, like trying to understand. You might have thought that you could make this better, like if only you could show this person how much you cared. Maybe that's where you were at a time. If only this person, saw something a certain way, and so you try to show them that, but you didn't recognize all of these things that were happening with this person. I feel like there was definitely an influence over this person, whether it was another person, whether it was like through alcohol and it was like a spirit, a bad spirit over a person, whether it was through drugs and it was a demonic spirit over a person, or just these ways of being untrue, unloyal to another. And I feel like what happened though is they dealt with the wrong person, they came across the wrong person, which was you. I feel like this person might have thought you were like just an ordinary person, somebody that like they've done this to people in the past. That's why they're good at it. It's a game to them. Like they were gonna win this. They were gonna get you back. Like nobody if it was breaks my heart, nobody betrays me because I'll show them, that kind of, very immature attitude. Look at the card at the bottom is the Sun in reverse. So you left the situation finally. You walked away from the situation finally. And because you started to see the inconsistencies, you started to see the lies, you started to see the manipulation, deception. You started to see that this person didn't care about anything else but betraying you. And so you finally just took those swords out of your heart and walked away. And in doing that, what happened was it brought on this person's karma. And that was the last thing this person expected. They expected you to be in pain. They expected you to have this fall. They expected you to not be able to make it with them or without them. They expected you to be on your knees, to run back to them on your knees. They were telling people that. They were telling people, oh, if she comes here, make sure that you let me know. So, they were certain of it, that you were going to come running back to them. And what happened instead was that karma came knocking on this person's door, and they can't turn their heads without understanding that karma is right on their shadow. Like it's literally following them like a dark cloud with the Sun in reverse. So people talking about them, people talking about their weakness, how weak this person is, that they prey on others, like they'll go after somebody's heart it's like somebody that's collecting hearts and thinking that karma is never going to come back. But here it shows an anointed person. The Temperance card is that card of you are anointed, you are protected. And I feel that when you are with this person, I feel that you might have met them at a place where they might have had a lot of struggles from their past. And you lifted this person up and you brought them out of a very difficult time. And they might have had a lot of appreciation for that at the beginning. But something happened where they reverted back to old behaviors. So, and when I say that, there's this energy that I was talking about here, but it was specifically like they bring people down so that they could stand on them, so they could have power, right? It's a power play. This person has a lot of these internal struggles of not feeling good enough. And so this is the way that they feel better, is by making other people feel bad, or they're very judgmental, and they hate to be wrong, because they may usually be right, but in this situation they were so wrong in the way they treated you. And so that energy that is spilling over them now, how this love has turned to the depth of this temperance is what I'm referring to. There's a depth to the despair here. There's a depth to the suffering, not in the way you would think though. It's very specific to this person's ego, what is happening to them right now. I also feel that here there is 3 swords. Again, it's the 3 of swords that are falling. And this is equivalent to the 4 of swords, like in traditional tarot, where somebody is on a coffin and the sword of truth is underneath them. So this is the things that they planted that are growing from where they're lying. So they're lying like on this coffin, and all of these seeds of intention that happen to that they put out is happening to them. Okay. I want to get clarifiers for these cards. Just don't know. I was asked to use this deck. Okay, so we'll leave the Tower there. So also, before I start clarifying, the Authority, I feel like they may be in a place where something is coming into question. Maybe it's, if it's a business, maybe now their business is like tied up in something legal. If it's work, they might be questioned about the way they're operating. The way they're operating. We'll just leave it at that. Also, there's gossip. Like this person has this cup up to his mouth. So the mouth stands out to me, being that people are talking very negatively about this person. And this person, it's all about ego. So when people look at them this way, it's like they're very self-conscious. They have a very fragile ego. So this looks to me also like a narcissist, how their world that they live in is actually a delusion. And if you understand the sort of the deeper meaning of, or what makes a narcissist, what keeps up this delusion is that they need their supply of a person that is constantly sort of feeding their ego, and they also need all these other people to believe this, right? So it was like you were a supply, but you were also part of what boosted this person, like sort of gave them this this space on the throne, right? Without you, though, this person went back to just being ordinary. They went back to not having the source, and so without that, it's like their identity even is coming into question, or it's collapsing. But more specifically, it's their ego that is really being bruised by this at this time. And I also, before I start clarifying, I haven't talked about the Six of Pentacles. I want to address this card. There is something that's changed between the dynamic of you and this person. So this person might have controlled everything. They might have manipulated and tried to control you. That dynamic has completely changed. So if this person, for example, says your name, speaks your name, it's like the way that is felt by other people is like cringe. They have no more, I hear authority to anything that has to do with you. So very specifically though, when this person talks about you, the people that were part of this gossip group over here, it's like they scatter. They're not even listening to this person anymore. Okay, I'm going to take one card as a clarifier for the Seven of Wands. So what is going on with this card? keep getting like 3 cards at a time. Look, that's like 5, maybe more cards. So there's a lot going on with the battles around this person. Okay, I'm going to take these cards because it's just the way they came out. This person feels like they fell off a cliff. And the 0 point energy, again, it takes a tower to get somebody to that. And look, the 2 of Cups fell over, the Sun in reverse. So I feel like this person is finally starting to feel or process the loss of you. The 10 of Swords here. Again, another card of like being on a coffin. That actually looks like it was a burial site. And this person has the 1 sword. That's what I'm saying. It's that double-edged sword. Whatever this person said about you, whatever they did to you, is exactly how universe is dealing this person their karma. And it has to do with other people, because this person cares a lot about other people. And it also has to do with their money, because this person cares a lot about their money. So, and these 2 are Pentacle cards, and this one tells us the same thing here. Okay. I'm gonna take these cards back. Okay, the Temperance in reverse. Give us more on this Temperance in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles. I feel like this person, with the 5 of Pentacles at the bottom, feels left out in the cold. They're wanting your forgiveness. And even the horse is sad here and is black. So I feel that this person thought that this wasn't going to affect them on the level, on this level, but emotionally. They thought that they could just walk away and never look back, maybe. What is this 3 of Swords for this person? I feel like this person wants to apologize to you. Okay, so for this person, them watching you grow and put all of that love that you were giving to them into yourself and into whatever it is you're doing, this is their karma. Because what they thought was going to happen, they were proven wrong. And they hate to be wrong, for one. But more specifically, they wanted you, this was their plan of you coming back to them. So they thought that they could do this to you and that they were going to get you back for something. But then they also thought that you would come back and give them everything they wanted. Maybe there was something that they wanted, they were asking you for, and it was always something more, a little bit more, a little bit more. They were like really wanting to suck like the life out of you. That was the energy of this person. And I feel that there was a lot of feelings here, so you gave this person a lot, but you had your boundaries too. And this person was trying to break your boundaries. So they wanted you to come back running to them and pleading and begging them for the love back. And instead, what you found was freedom. Freedom from this because it wasn't true. And freedom from, it was like they were trying to keep your heart captive. And instead, you found freedom in love, which means that you're not tied to this. You're not tied to the heartbreak. And you released it. And then what happened was that this ricocheted, it backfired, it boomeranged, and this person is now the one that has the swords in them. Let's see, this Three of Cups. I already clarified that, but oh my gosh, look. We get two clarifiers of the same card. You are the one that walked away. They thought they were the ones that were walking away from you, and you were the one that walked away from them. They thought making you jealous was going to make you come running back to them. They thought it was going to make you realize what you lost. And you said, I don't play games. Okay, so this person now is in a hangman energy. And it specifically has to do with how they feel about you. So what they thought they were going to do to you, look at this person is thirsty for your love, for your heart specifically, and they don't have access to it anymore. I want to get one more. Yeah, so the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So they are in a season of their lives that they try to put you in, and they put themselves there. And it's a season of the Tower. We'll just put it there. Okay, this trap. What is the trap that they walked into? What is the trap that they walked into? These cards were jumping beans. Okay, so you left, you took your love, and that's what they wanted, right? But you also took your abundance. I feel like when this person was with you, they were just having, it was like blessing after blessing. They were coming up. They were being respected at work. They were getting all of this attention. They were getting so much love from you. And this person was just like filled with it. I feel like this person probably never had this in their life, and they just thought, their ego thought that it was themselves, that, you know, they started to feel like, oh, this person is lucky to have me. They started to have this very egotistical attitude, not realizing that you were the blessing. You were always the blessing. You were the blessing of unconditional love. But everything has a limit. And when you abuse something, that was when this blessing was taken away from them. And when universe showed you the reality of this person's heart. And they opened this book for you to see it. And they gave you the strength to walk away from this. And that's when the tables turned, and this person's fortune went the other way. This person fell on their own sword, and it was like the strength that they took from you to become strong in themselves. Once you left, they no longer had that. They no longer had your unconditional love. And so it goes back to this energy. They lost you, and they lost the gift. They lost the blessing. But it was also because this person, they betrayed you. So they betrayed a blessing. They turned their back on you. So universe is turning their back on them. They turned their back on love, and so love was taken from them. And now they are sitting in the absence of all of it, knowing what it is, because they didn't know what it was before, but now they do. And so in the absence of all of this, their whole world is falling apart, but also it's like there's no color in this person's world. One more for this Six of Pentacles. Yeah, see? The Nine of Cups, you were the blessing, you were the abundance, you were the key for this person to have a happily ever after. And instead, this person fumbled this blessing, and so it fell out of their cup. And now this person is still holding that cup, but there's nothing in it. Universe emptied it. So this person feels completely empty. And that's why their whole world looks the way it does. It's like they're going in, if it's work, with this like depleted soul. Their spirit is like in the dumps. Like their whole, if it's their personality, if they were like bubbly type of person, they are just hollow, and people feel it. Like they might try to act that way, and people will walk up to them and start talking, and something about them just turns people off right away, and they walk away, and this person notices it. They notice it in everything they do. It's also with their financial situation. They may have the same exact everything, but the moment that they lost you, they lost this light, this blessing, and the blessings, and they lost also their ability to keep up with this mask. So the mask is slipping for this person. And I feel like this person knows that it's connected to you, and so it's like they're wanting to ask for your forgiveness. They want to apologize because they just want everything to go back to normal. They just want for things to be the way they were. They don't understand this because they try to do this to you, not to themselves, but it ended up backfiring, and this person is just the Ten of Swords energy. They're lying in the bed that they made, and they didn't know it was a bed that they were making for themselves. They thought it was for you. So, okay, a last message. What is the last message for this reading? I feel lost. This feels like an addiction. So I feel that some of you might have lost this person to addiction. One more card, Spirit. That this may be the beginning of somebody's healing journey. I need to understand how I feel. And this person was cutting a lot of corners. And so I feel that all of these things are catching up to them. All of those little details of what sort of went into the plan of bringing you down, well, that backfired because universe keeps score of everything, and everything is written in the Akashic records. And so whatever intention, ill intention, whatever also energy that is put out is what comes back to you. I don't think people realize how karma works, but it's universal law, and it's the cause and effect law. So what you put out comes back, basically. And I feel like this person is hearing that a lot. They're hearing a lot of sayings like about karma. And I feel like this person is also looking up karma, and they're looking up like what are connections that that feel like an addiction. I feel like that's what they're specifically looking up. So, okay, that is the reading for you guys. Please remember to like and subscribe. This reading resonated with you, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.